Was all the juice squeezed out of our lemon-headed sucker friend Kozik too early when he died in Season 4 of Sons of Anarchy? Welcome back, guys, to Fog Entertainment, and we are here today to talk about Kozik. Everybody liked Kozik, except for Tig, but finally Kozik did manage to get around that. He fought it into the club when Tig was behind bars, and he became an official member of Sam Crow for a second time in Season 4. But unfortunately for him, he also became an official member of the cartel death list when he died, when he stepped on a landmine and blew up into a million pieces. Although, the only good news for Kozik is he wasn't wearing his cut, so his cut was completely and 100% intact, which you can't say about the rest of his body.
Yep, the lever was intact, the lever was 100% guaranteed here, and it made a reference to his S.H.I.E.L.D. character by saying, "You gotta be shitting me." So, spoiler alert for the S.H.I.E.L.D., I'm assuming his character in that, another Kurt Sutter show, must die very similar. I'm going to assume it's not a landmine, though. What would you predict? C4?
C4, explosive,
bomb.
big bomb, who knows? Atomic bomb. But you mentioned 100%, and that's pretty ironic, because today's poll was damn near close to 100%. We asked, was Kozik killed too early in SOA? And with 92% of the vote, you guys said yes. Almost 100%, over 90%, over 9/10 you guys believed that Kozik was killed too early, with only 8% saying no. So, I mean, this is massive. This is probably one of the biggest landslide polls we've ever done.
Yeah, I mean, 92% is incredibly high. We've seen recently on the channel that even Rick Grimes struggled to get a number like this up against Alicia Clark, so what's going on?
I bet you Kozik wish he stepped on a landslide pole instead of a landmine.
I bet you he did. You gotta be shitting me.
You gotta be shitting me.
I tell you what, right? 92% is very high, but how much of this is down to the fact that we know, and a lot of people who voted probably knew this, that the actor needed to leave due to scheduling conflicts? Like, let's say we didn't know that, and let's just say Kurt Sutter actually read it like this. Would we be so against Kozik dying like this, or is it because we know in hindsight details behind the scenes?
Well, I'm going to disagree with that 100%. I think that people are giving Kurt Sutter the benefit of the doubt because they realise that he had no choice, really, to kill Kozik off this early because of conflicting schedules. However, if there wasn't conflicting schedules and Kozik was available to do SOA, then there really would be no excuse for killing him this early. So for me, I think the fact that people know about his other schedules and his other work getting in the way of doing Sons, that they're not going to blame Sutter for killing him too early because they're going to realise that he didn't really have much of a choice. However, if he had a totally free schedule, then I believe the yes column would be even greater because people would believe that he was 100% killed off too early. So that's my opinion on your question.
Is it? Well, let's move on, guys, because the debate is for the comments section, not for us two mongoloids to do it here. Let's go into Warbound Flacco. I didn't really understand the reason behind his death. I get it, right? Like a casualty of war, but I was really rooting for the dude. His and Tig's beef over that white dog was hilarious. White dog, it was a wee German Shepherd.
How do we know it was white?
It was a German Shepherd, we saw the picture. So, I mean...
German Shepherd's white?
No, I mean...
Normally like browny black.
A white dog's more like a, you know, a white lab or a
husky.
A husky or a... I mean, I was going to say a Dalmatian, but that's more mixed.
Mixed race.
Is a Dalmatian white with black spots or black with white spots? It's definitely more white with black spots.
Depends on who you ask.
Depends
on what hood you're for.
I think his death was more like a casualty of war, and I think Kurt Sutter implemented it pretty perfectly, to be honest.
He did. Anyway, Brodo4495 said a landmine. Yeah, that was bullshit. I mean, I get it, but it was unexpected, you know what I mean? It's probably one of the most unexpected deaths of the series, because I know there's been some deaths where people have just been killed, like, out of nowhere, but even, for example, spoiler alert, Bobby, when he gets shot, I think you could see that coming. You could see August Marks betraying Jax like that and taking Bobby out. I don't think anybody's seen Kozik standing on a landmine.
No. Like when you see no-name Sonora members and Galindo...
Yeah, that's fair enough, but an actual name, I don't think we expected that.
To me, that highlighted the situation. I like when a show kills people off like that.
Yes. Easy D, PSA XI said, I thought I heard that actor wanted to go and work on another project, but still want him to stay on the show. Just work on the other project in his free time from doing Sons. Kirk just killed him off anyway. I think the other project would have required a hell of a lot of time, and I don't think it would have been possible for him to do both shows.
Yeah, I don't think it was a case of, here, I'm going to work on this project, but only in my free time, Kurt.
Yeah,
I think it was more of a... I mean, did you not notice how he was in episode 1, episode 3, then wasn't in an episode to episode 11?
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure the other gig that he had was more of a full time. I think he had a more important role.
I think it was SWAT.
I think SWAT. I think he had a more of a more main character than he did in Sons. So I don't think he really did. He didn't have the option of doing it in his spare time. I think SWAT took up a lot more time than Sons did. Justin Pegg said, I felt like Kozik should have died slowly in front of Clay, so to drive that wedge further between him and Jax like a gut shot and he bleeds and fades out in Chibs' arms.
Where's he died in Chibs'? Chibs wasn't in the minefield. Where's he dying to fall in Chibs' arms?
I mean...
Oh, Kozik boy!
Do you think... would Clay have give a shit if Kozik died slowly? I mean, as long as there's money and Clay's safe.
You seen him get blown to fucking bits, he wasn't that bothered, so slowly, fast, I mean, would Clay care?
I mean,
this is the same guy that painted LS for the first 9 members' blood.
I mean, Kozik getting blown to pieces or the letters getting blown to pieces, I don't think it really matters much to Clay.
See, unless Kozik's body was like a confetti where it's made out of money, I don't think it blew up, I don't think Clay really cared.
Definitely not. OR said, same thing with Manny. I was super pissed when he was killed after just one season. I wanted to see him join Santa Padre and be the new VP. Didn't think we'd get a Manny reference here in this...
Well, I'll put it this way. I think Sons utilised Kozik more than what Mayans did Manny. I think Mayans introduced Manny as this guy. It's like, right, he's definitely getting patched in, or he's going to be like, you know, the middleman between Santa Padre and all the other charters, then he just got killed. Now, was his death... I think his death was just as good as Kozik's, to be honest, but I think what Sons did with Kozik almost felt better, to me personally. Would you agree with that?
I like them both. I like Manny. Joseph said, yeah, what a waste of a character. James Toner said, Kozik did debut in SOA Season 2. Good to know. He played a good part in Season 3, but unfortunately, they barely used him in Season 4. He was a developing character who's killed off halfway through, yet it was a waste. I agree, didn't really get used much in Season 4, but again, how much of that was down to the conflicting schedules and the fact that he couldn't maybe play a bigger role in Season 4. And Joseph said, pretty sure he's referring to the character Manny from Mines, who's one of the better characters added in the later seasons, but dies in a similarly ridiculous way at the end of the same season he's introduced. I think we all know. Yeah, no, I think we all know Manny.
We're all in the Manny book for Mayans. We all know it's Manny. Don't worry about it. Mayhem Bear.
Covered enough Mayans to know who Manny is.
Yep.
Mayhem Bear says Kozik shouldn't have been killed off. Woulda, coulda, shoulda, unfortunately he was. Spoiler alert for anyone currently watching or planning on watching The Shield. I would have liked to have seen Kozik stick around a bit longer, but being a fan of The Shield, I was bummed to see the guy taken out by yet another explosive device. My guess is Kurt wrote it like that on purpose as a second nod to The Shield. The first being when the hood rats he played basketball with called him Lemon-Headed Sucker, which was one of his nicknames in The Shield, but they mostly referred to him as Lem. Haven't watched The Shield, but good to know. James Toner, I'm currently watching Season 6 with my dad. We would stay up till 2 in the morning. The Shield is just a fucking great TV show. Is The Shield worth a watch?
I don't see why it wouldn't be. I mean, it gets hyped up a lot.
Is it worth a review on Fog Entertainment?
Yeah, I'm sure there's worse stuff this channel's reviewed.
Have you seen The Shield?
No. But it's got a lot of Sons actors in it, which is exactly what we kind of want.
Yeah, that's it then. The Shield guys coming to Fog Entertainment sometime soon. But not too soon, because we've got a lot of shit to do. James Toner said, out of all the deaths of some crew members throughout the show, Kozik's death is the one that felt out of place, and story-wise, it didn't make sense, and it was stupid. But I'll admit his death was badass and brutal. Stepping on a landmine and then blown to Kingdom Come is bad, but it's still pretty badass. It was there for shock value. It showed that sequence was fucking scary and dangerous. It was essentially a glimpse into a war zone. Iraq, Afghanistan, or the fate no more, etc. But, oh my fuck. But did you know Kozik was supposed to survive the Lobo Sonora cartel shootout and was meant to stick around? Plus, he had just been patched in. Kozik was a wonderful addition to Sam Crow and Sons of Anarchy. I wish he had more of a backstory explored between Tig and Kozik. Their feud was intriguing, and it was a mystery. We all initially thought it was over a woman who Tig liked that Kozik slept with. who tragically died.
Was that a dog?
God damn it, woof, woof, it was a dog. It was a dog all along, man. There's a theory that claims that Kozik and Tig were lovers in the past.
Right.
A little bit gay there, you know what I'm saying?
Reel it in, buddy. Right, what's going on here?
Both were in the United States Marine Corps, and Kozik was ex-junkie. I think when Tig and Kozik started out prospecting for SOA, Kozik went to Tacoma's SOA charter. He took Missy the dog with him. He'll probably never know.
The dog died, but I bet he took Missy to an illegal dog fighting con. Right, to even make money.
How the fuck do you know all this, James Toner? Seriously? Anyway, he took the dog to a dog fighting contest.
Right, hold on. So, right, SOA Comics are getting involved here. Go and watch the interview Kenny Johnson gave to Kim Coates and Theo Rossi on their podcast, Why Kozik Was Killed Off is there. There's no way to talk about Kozik death without mentioning his character, Detective Curtis Lemansky's death on The Shield. I apologise if I spoiled the show, but it's a well-known bit of trivia and it's a callback to the show. Curtis really did burn his bridges with Kenny Johnson by killing Kozik. Kozik's a character the writers probably wish they hadn't killed off. He could have made it to the final season. It would have been cool to have seen him in Mayans MC. Kozik similar to Manny from Mayans. Both are fan favourites. Both are nice guys who got brutal deaths. Kozik was blown to Kingdom Come, and Manny was burnt to death. Kozik's death is also a small negative I have with Sons of Anarchy's fourth season. I mean, to answer this entire thing, right, I mean, there's a lot of, comic in there. You're saying it was, it felt out of place in storyline-wise, it didn't make any sense. I can agree it felt out of place in terms of he literally, missed 8 episodes and came back, but in terms of storyline-wise, did it feel out of place and that it didn't make sense? I would say not really. What doesn't make sense about it? They're at war with the cartel, and they have active members going into a war zone, and it's just unlucky that he stood in the landmine. To me, it just highlighted how it very easily could have been Juice. It could have been Happy. It could have been anyone.
Could have been Missy the dog.
Yeah, it could have been Missy the dog. It's already detailed. Maybe Missy did stand on a landmine, went down for a.
That would explain why Tig later on, by the way, took that. It was in season 6. He takes the dog fighting pit so bad.
Yeah, because he's an animal lover, though. I didn't really get it, though, because of this whole backstory about that.
No, well, maybe Kozik did enter his dog into a dog fighting contest, and that brought back PTSD for Tig.
Yeah, I understand why you can think, well, it sucked just to bring him back to kill him, but storyline sense, he was up north dealing with the Irish. It wasn't like he was just, doing a basketball tournament with his lemon-headed sucker. So for me,
look, they had limited time with the actor, and I think Kurt Sutter done a good job. That's what I liked in Sons of Anarchy. See when someone was missing, see when they weren't in an episode, there was always a reason for it. They were on a run, or they were up north, or they were down south, or they were somewhere setting up a business meeting. I think in first season, I'd say first season, maybe a bit of season 2 before he's blown up. Chibs misses quite a few episodes. He just seems to be away for a bit.
Yep.
But they're always explaining that he's away with the Irish, and there's always an excuse as to why they're not there. And we got the same thing with Kozik in season 4. There was always a reason why he wasn't present. And that's what I liked about Sons, whereas in Mayans, it's almost like we just completely forgot about characters.
See, the problem is, right, say we don't kill Kozik off and he has this scheduling conflict, then where is he in season 5? What, is he just going to miss one episode?
Does he just do a piney and disappear to the cabin?
When the 4 of them go to prison and you've kind of got, Bobby, Happy, and decrepit Clay running the show for, an episode, where's Kozik?
Well, I tell you what, though, maybe Kozik could have got Opie's death.
He could have, but I wouldn't change Opie's death for that to be Kozik, because it just wouldn't have the same weight.
Yeah, it wouldn't have the same weight. I mean, look, if
Jack's going to be battering the door down.
What? No, I think they would have been still upset.
No, I would have, but in terms of the fear,
you bastards are dead.
Let's just say Opie died via the landmine and Kozik got Opie's death. You would seriously be questioning what is Kurt Sutter smoking.
Aye, yeah. I mean, let's be real. At that point, if a patched member, considering that Miles is already dead, if they were going to give a patched member a landmine death, then it probably had to be Kozik. Or it could have been Happy, I guess.
You know what? You said something quite intriguing there. You could have gave Kozik Miles's death. But then again, I think it's suited.
I think Kozik's been in the club too long. I don't know if the club would have... I think it was more believable if Miles just got patched in.
True. But then you could have a line for Tig, like, I knew we couldn't trust him, sort of gimmick.
True.
And Clay could have still whipped out the line, take all your patches for patching him in. Well, I was in Stockton, you little bastards.
Very true.
Great comment. Francisco
Gonzalez said, yup, they should have kept him all the way till the last season. Tyler Lonston said his last word was, you gotta be shitting me. Good last line. I mean, is that the best last line somebody's had? I mean, I know Opis is alright, I got this, but I feel like Kozik's is a wee bit more comical.
Yeah. I'm trying to give her comical lines.
Does Unser not say this is all I've got left?
Aye. Yeah, pretty much. That was a good wee line.
This is all I've got left.
This is all I've got left.
Anyway, yeah, let's move on. Shade said he was killed off due to behind-the-scenes contract issues. Fun fact, they couldn't keep paying him to be a regular. Really? I don't think he would have been on that amount of money. I don't think he would have been on crazy money. I'm not sure I agree with that.
I think maybe
they couldn't pay him.
Maybe it just didn't make sense to pay him.
Yeah, maybe the amount of money that they were paying him for, like, the lack of actual screen time he was getting, maybe it didn't make a lot of sense, because obviously he did have multiple shows.
Yeah, I like the actor, but let's not kid ourselves. The guy doesn't warrant a massive paycheck.
You know, and Bacon Grizzler said early, no. Unceremoniously, absolutely. So there you go, guys. Majority of you think he was killed way too early. But again, I don't think this is Kurt Suiter's fault. Again, it was Kurt Suiter was backed against a wall. He didn't really have much choice. He had to, I think he pretty much had to write Kenny Johnson out. And I mean, who knows if Kozik Kenny Johnson wanted to stay in Suns, maybe he wouldn't have died, and maybe he would have been on to be a season regular for 5, 6, and 7. But I believe he put swap before Suns, and therefore Kurt Suiter decided that he had to pull the plug on him.
He decided to swat him?
Yeah, swat him like a fly. Anyway, guys, he flew away into bits and pieces after he stepped on the landmine. That's it. 586 votes are in. 92% of you guys believe he was killed off too early. I miss Kozik. I think it would have been good to have him around in later episodes, but it wasn't to be, guys. Let us know what you think down below, and we'll catch you in the next one. Till then, peace.